The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jones operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. 10-2 soft.
Now Jones. Cooper's got it. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A first down carry for Barkley, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the double.
50's the money. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, alert three. Check.
Ready?
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to push his way through. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 3. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready? 60 or.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check. Score. Be driven.
Throwing Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Go. 60 outlaw.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Hey, Charlie. Yo, back to go.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. It's still a nice play by the defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check three. Alert three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready, break. Hey, Sam on.
Good trap. Spurs. No.
Get it.
2nd and 11. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Amari Cooper, 62 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Rock it.
Hey, I'm coming. Switch.
Mike 50. Hey, seam 6.
Get him.
Now.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Got it. Hey, lock it.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Go.
Watch the safety.
Ready.
Jones now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Under 10. Under 10. Yo. Go.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready up.
Mike 5-4. You.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Set. Ready. 8. Read.
54. Mike 54. Come to my
Now.
We want it. Come to my
Shoot.
Jones throwing on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Head up. 60 or. Hey, exit.
Two times. Hey. 4 down. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Go.
Mike 52. So don't say nothing. Watch that. Check 26. Jim.
Topper.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the out.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
You remember this? Let's go, baby. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
2nd and 15. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 13. Check 13. Back. Check.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, let's get there. Check 3. Ship. Bang.
Now Jones to throw on second down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
First down, Giants.
Ready?
Nice 50.
There.
Hey, check 24. Watch the twist. 25. Check 25.
Defense.
On the run, it's Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 6-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 6 yards away. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Cross. Check.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's Kelsey on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Complete. Smith has it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on third down, Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Undercut!
Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Watch out.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Just like that. Just like that. Check that. Slam.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. On first down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So a victory here for the men in